Pre-show. Got guests here today. Got two guests. Case Bohls. He's here before.
Hi, everyone.
It's our buddy Drew. Case Bohls known this guy since they were wee little boys.
Wee little lads, huh?
Like my dad would say, knee high to a grasshopper.
Knee high to a grasshopper. Good old Trace Bohls.
All darn Case Bohls.
All darn Trace Bohls.
Yeah, just scooch in a little bit.
I got you. Oops, sorry, dog.
Got some brown sugar bourbon going today. That's what this we have here. Picked that up this morning.
The BSB.
Yeah, that they sponsor our fucking Safeco and the Mariners and all the whatever. So that's a local distillery. It's just delicious. We've drank it before on the podcast. That's just kind of the way to be, I think. So,
well, that's
the
there.
Heritage
You know that now. So, man, I feel like I'm still coming in kind of hot.
Say hi.
Hello.
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 Instead of a British accent. Oh, man, why am I still topping out? I guess it's not too bad.
No.
There we go.
You're all right.
That sounds good.
Yeah, you're
I
good.
just lowered it down.
Everything's good, bro.
It's all good in the hood. Yeah, I like those levels. That looks good. Word.
Yeah, so I think today, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. We're gonna play a game that I got from our friends at Tell 'em Steve Dave. We're gonna shout them out a lot today, but a huge shout out to Tell 'em Steve Dave. I called the comic book store because that podcast is based out of the comic book store, and I called them and the Jane Silent Bob Secret Stash in Red Bank, New Jersey. I don't know your zip code. I don't know your phone number by heart because that's what you guys always say. But it's in Red Bank. So I called them and asked them if I could play their game, and they said yes. And I about pissed my pants when I called them. So we're gonna play 1, 2, 3 today. Me and Afi are gonna play that. We'll explain that a little bit later. Talking about James Comey a little bit, right? We're going to talk about Scott Pruitt a little bit. That motherfucker.
That dude.
That was interesting.
I'm really excited about that because I'm not too well versed in it. I just know, I guess I kind of know like the real basics of it. But, so it'll be good to get some more details from you.
Yeah. Well, you had a hearing. We'll go over this more, but
Yeah.
I'll just touch on it. You had a hearing the other day that Casey and I listened to most of.
It was a good laugh.
Yeah.
It was a good laugh.
They were just tearing him up.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Yeah, he had a hearing because he's done a lot of what could be called wasting of taxpayer money, you know what I'm saying, and just kind of some sketchy stuff. I also listened to a podcast about him, Embedded. I've talked about that before. I listened to that today and yesterday.
Who does that again?
NPR does Embedded, and it's a pretty good one. It's like a really super deep investigative journalism podcast, so I like that one a lot. So there's definitely like quite a bit to talk about Scott Pruitt, and we'll go over that pretty deep so you guys can kind of. Scott Pruitt is he's the head administrator of the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency.
Even Derek Kilmer got on the Twitter and was talking some shit to him.
It's because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He certainly should not have the job that he has now. He's not qualified for it.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that more later. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that. We got lots of sports. The draft is going on right now, the NFL draft, so that's always a big deal, 2018. So we got some picks going from, we'll go over all the Hawks picks and maybe some other ones during this. Maybe some other ones if I feel like we want to talk about that. Because the first round was kind of surprising. The first round happened on Thursday, so that was nice. I think that's the only stuff that we have solid on the docket. Excuse me, that was a burp.
I got plenty more.
North Korea. Talk about North Korea a little bit because they just had that summit with South Korea. Not a summit. That's not a good word for a meeting. South Korea. Yeah. At the DMZ, the demilitarized zone, the leaders from North Korea and South Korea met each other. It's like the first time that's happened since communism started in North Korea in the 50s.
Yeah,
they stepped over. There's a raised cement barrier, like a sidewalk pretty much, that separates the North and South Korea, and they stepped over it together, holding hands, that's wild as fuck.
Yeah.
You gotta take me to
Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. So that's on the plan. It's gonna be a little bit of a longer show. The last two have been a little bit shorter, at like a little over 2 hours and like 2.5 hours, which is good. But we got lots of shit to go over. 2 guests, so Drew's got some stuff to say about sports, even if that's the only thing that he says today. But it'll be nice.
He'll warm
be the
up.
only thing I know.
That's all right. That's the point of the podcast, man. That's it. Bridging the gap. The everyday people's podcast. That's like the whole point. That's like bridging the gap is a term that I started to use as like, that's our goal, is to like bridge the gap between people and information. You know, it takes me 45 hours a week of listening to podcasts at work and doing shit outside of work to be able to do this and like relay information, you know, and that seems ridiculous to me. It shouldn't take somebody 45 hours to know what's going on in their country. So like the goal, like I said, with this is to bridge the gap between people and information, make it easier so people who don't know shit about shit, you know, can sit down and listen to it over a week of really important shit that happened that week.
Break it down in a shorter time.
And a little bit of fun because we're going to play a fucking game.
Oh, absolutely. We always have fun. That's the whole thing. Man, I still am breading out when I get close. That's a little better. Okay.
Yeah.
But,
well, so there you go.
Yeah,
just back up a little bit and you'll be all right. Yeah,
wow,
you're good.
that's cool. I don't have to like get real close. Usually I talk so quiet that like I always fade into the back.
I want to give a shout out to motherfucking Zeke real quick because I don't know, is he watching right now? There you go.
Oh,
so Zeke, I want to give you a
Zeke?
shout out because I heard from Zeke this week and I hope that this is okay that I'm talking about you. But he told me that he had listened to every single one of our episodes and that he really dug what we were doing and thought that it was great and that we should continue on with it. And that he doesn't live in this state or else he certainly would come and be on this show. But like I said, the first time that we make a phone call and have somebody on the show, it's you, motherfucker. It's you. Just got married.
Keep your phone ready.
Yeah, he's another young married guy, so that's good. Shout out to being married.
That's awesome.
Oh
yeah.
Just a big shout out to fucking support, you know.
Next week? Is it next week? I don't know which day it is. I want to say it's a Friday, maybe. Yeah, actually next Saturday, the day we record the podcast is one of our 9th anniversaries.
It's also Derby Day.
Derby Day.
Kentucky Derby, bro.
Oh, word.
That's
I don't have a big hat.
Your marriage is much more important than that story. So continue, I'm sorry. I'm starting to get stoned, so that's where I'm at. That's cool, because I believe I have heard you mention that before, the dual anniversary.
Yeah.
Type of deal. So.
Yeah. See, this is good pre-show content. Just talking about life and shit.
So maybe we'll record on Friday next week instead of Saturday.
Well, okay. She's saying no. Fuck it. We got a backup one. We're fine.
We'll figure it out.
To be perfectly honest, the Cinco de Mayo one, that's the day we went into like the courthouse and like signed the papers. And then we got married on the 29th. Yeah. There we go. I win. so the actual like ceremony with the family and everything was the 29th. So I remember Cinco de Mayo because I'm a guy and I forget shit and it's easy to remember. And so now I keep track of that one. She keeps track of the 29th and we just do it twice in a month. Yeah. Celebrate twice. It's fun. Sure. And so I would love to record. Yes. Oh yeah. That's funny. And I hate to say it, but like we gotta try to like not give them too much love, just because they'll sit here and bother us. What do I do with the liner? I want to try to like be light at the beginning.
All right. Get that on my goddamn self. That's how it's gonna be.
Well, how long have we been live streaming?
About 9 minutes.
Oh, sweet. So we got time.
Yeah. We've got a couple of people watching on Facebook. And Erica and a Jordan Riley.
Oh, Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan.
Yeah, she just moved down to
that's not one of mine.
Texas. Yeah. So shout out to Jordan. We love you. We miss you.
Shout out to Texas. That's where the draft is at, in Dallas.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you like football, but fucking shout out to Dallas for the draft.
Mm-hmm. I've heard. Did they do something big during the draft?
Dallas. What's up?
Yeah. Erica, she's in Guam, so she's watching this from Guam.
Erica?
Yeah.
Oh, Dakota's Erica?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Erica. That's so awesome you're watching from Guam.
Yeah.
Gotta keep her company. I think she's there on business. She's there for work, I think, for... How long was she? No? She's like, no, I don't know. Whatever. But we love you, Erica. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. No, that's good. All the fucking support. I fuck with that.
Word. So, this is my available topics, like my grab bag of topics.
Yes.
So I got Mike Pompeo, the Korea situation, Scott Pruitt, Comey, Michael Cohen, little Alfie Evans. That's a small one.
Yeah. The baby.
Yeah. Diamond and Silk. testifying in front of Congress.
Did that already happen, or they're going to?
That already happened, and it was.
I didn't even know that was happening.
Yeah, it'll probably hurt your brain to watch it. It is rough.
I didn't know about them until whatever fucking hearing that was. Was that the Zuckerberg hearing that they talked about Diamond and Silk? Yeah. So I didn't even know who they were until I watched the Zuckerberg hearing. Diamond and Silk are like two conservative black YouTubers that are like pro-Trump. And I believe maybe their Facebook got taken down, or some of their advertisements, or one of their videos, something about them got taken down. Yeah. And it looks like it was just because they're like conservative. So it was like Mark Zuckerberg got fucking grilled when he was in front of Congress about like, well, why are you disapproving of conservative media? Yeah. And they also, Steve Scalise, who, do you remember maybe like a year ago, there was a shooting at a congressional baseball field? Mm-hmm. And the guy that got shot, his name is Steve Scalise, and he's a representative. And so he was one of the people to question Mark Zuckerberg. And he brought up this study that showed that there's like a 16% skew in favor of left-leaning media on Facebook. Right? And so that means, I don't remember if it was 16% more gets brought down, or there's 16% less conservative media than, but it was 16% in favor of left-leaning media. And so the discussion was like, that's a big number. Like 16% is a big fucking number. Like if it's 1 or 2%, like you could maybe be like, well, there's some type of something fucked up in the algorithm or something, but like it's 16%. Discussion is like, that's either something that's designed in the algorithm to go against conservative media, or biased in the people who are screening those things and taking things down, and they don't know who. There's like, I think he said like 20,000 people that go through all the ads and stuff that go on Facebook, so I mean, the chance that there's some people in 20,000 that are against conservative ideas is probably pretty strong, especially like in Silicon Valley. So that's what they were. It was pretty interesting. That's a big number, so I didn't know about that. I haven't read that study, but that's really...
That is a big number.
Yeah.
But I mean...
And we talked about that a little bit, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole I don't know, perceived attack on conservative media. Yeah. And even like non-conservative media like Dave Rubin. Like when he gets demonetized on YouTube, like as soon as he uploads the video, and it's something weird's going on. I think it's just the fact that like it's all being run by like these algorithms. And I'm sure there's a way to skew those and change the results. I mean, not change them, but there's a way to probably like for somebody or a group of people to go in and just, if you got a squad of dudes who all just thumb down and flag people, the algorithm will just eventually flag their account, and then they're fucked, and there's nothing you could do without going in and changing the algorithm or something. But.
And I'm sure that there's just words that you can put in there, that like are more likely to be used in conservative media, like maybe like Second Amendment or I don't know, some shit like that,
I'll be curious if and when we ever get to that. Yeah. What will, if it'll happen to us.
If we ever get to that?
Yeah, if we ever get to that. When we get to that.
That's certainly an interesting thought. I think it would depend a lot on the people that we ended up having on. Because I don't I don't think that our views would get radicalized, just because more people are listening to us. Like and I mean, obviously only like fucking 10 people listen to us now, but we're pretty level-headed, like as it sits, is what I mean. Yeah. So I don't think that would change. So I think it would depend a lot on the people that we ended up having on.
I can see that.
How they even get flagged or but it also depends, because we talk about so much current events. That's what I'm looking for. So many current events that it also would depend on the stake that we took on.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, like when we talked about the Saints cheerleader, I can see like a lot of people not being into the way that I felt about that, or fucking Colin Kaepernick when Morgan was here, and I've talked for like 20 goddamn minutes about Colin Kaepernick. So,
because fuck that guy, basically.
I could see a lot of. I could see.
Is this the wrap-up sign? Okay.
Yeah. I thought that you were telling me to keep going.
Yeah. No, wrap it up. We're getting to 15 minutes now.
Well, that's it. So, that's all. I should learn my sign language better.
Yeah. So
We're all going to learn sign language. That's what the lesson is here.
No, I know it was a joke. I was pretty sure that it wasn't sign language, but now I know it means wrap it up. So
yeah. So let's go ahead. We'll do the sound check.
Yeah,
and then we'll just go into. You can explain your weekly explanation. Yes.
Sorry, Zeke says, quick thing to point out, when Cruz asked why Facebook had conservative news taken down, he followed up with a question, do you ask for political affiliations when you interview people?
That's a very good point.
yeah.
Yeah. That's something we'll definitely think about going forward, but that makes me wonder. Because I know when you look at somebody like Dave Rubin, they do that. He kind of gives a background on them, but he doesn't usually label them like a Republican or a Democrat.
It's illegal to ask that, says Zeke.
Oh, thanks, Zeke. Good call.
There you go. So we'll certainly never do that.
Is that kind of like asking, there's certain questions in interviews, like in job interviews you're not allowed to say?
Like if they're pregnant? Can you
Yeah.
ask somebody if they're pregnant?
Yeah.
Right? Is that a thing? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, they can't ask if you're pregnant or want to become, or planning on it or something like that. But
So if you know, the best thing is just wait until you have the job and then be like, I'm pregnant! That's so crazy! I don't even know what happened.
that's funny.
Pregnant.
So,
Pregnant. That's it. So we got to wrap it. So that's it. We're going to do the sound check. We're going to end the live stream now. And then we're going to do this. Usually we do the countdown whenever on the live stream, but we forgot to listen back. So we're going to do it another time. So thank you for tuning in. This shit will be up on Monday. And that's it. Bye. Say bye, Drew.
Bye, Felicia's.
Bye.